Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about my 19 and 20 week pregnancy update, and the 20-week scan is very much included in this, so it's very exciting. Breathe. So week 19 regarding me has been a bit of a funny week, if I'm honest. I have been incredibly busy with work, and if I am being 100% honest, I am overdoing it. It's got to a point where I'm really suffering in regards of I'm working really hard and I'm working quite late, but then when I get home I can't switch off and I can't relax. Then my sleep is not great, and then when it comes to the weekend and I've got time with Dan, I want to do as much as possible to make the most of our time together, but then also I can't switch off and I can't relax. So I think I just need to slow it down a little bit and just remember that my body is doing something very incredible but also very hard work. So I need to let it relax a little bit so it can continue to do its job properly. But it's just that time of year for me where work is really busy, and I just need to remember that it's okay and I'm allowed to slow it down a little bit if I want to. It's fine. So yeah, I guess that's what this week has been about. I've been very tired. I've not been sleeping that great. My appetite is like all over the place. Like, it's definitely increased. When they say you're eating for two, like, I just find I'm snacking and I'm grazing all the time to keep me going, basically. Nothing in particular. I've definitely gone more towards the sweeter things now, which is not great, but you know, it's fine. That's kind of like the general basic of week 19. I also went and had my shoulder looked at this week, which is with my osteopath who I see every 6 weeks. She took my blood pressure for me and it was 100/48, which is the lowest it's been. And that's where I feel like I'm feeling really tired as well, because obviously when your blood pressure's low, it's just irritating. But it's funny because I actually feel okay. Like, I feel like I've got lots of energy being in the second trimester, but I've just got to remember to take it easy because my body is a little bit all over the place, to say the least. Another symptom I've had in week 19 is constipation. TMI, I'm sorry, but this is the real deal. I am laying it all on the table here. Constipation for about like 3 or 4 days, like, no matter. And I first of all I thought it was probably because I'm eating rubbish and things like that, but we're all good now. But that was not the most pleasant. That's happened a few times to me during pregnancy actually, but it never lasts too long, and your body just gotta do whatever it's gotta do at the end of the day. On a more positive note, we had our 20-week scan at 19 weeks plus 6, so the end of the 19 weeks. I was feeling very anxious a few days beforehand and the lead up, just because it's such a long time from your 12 week to your 20 week, and you only really have like one midwife appointment in between, but they are more checking up on you rather than your baby. So it's a long time to go without knowing what's going on with baby, and for me that it caused a bit of anxiety because I hadn't felt any movement. It was just a little bit terrifying, if I'm honest. It was just a little bit like, oh, you know, all the hormones, everything was just up in the air, and I just felt really anxious. And we had an early morning appointment, 9:30, and it was just stress. It was stress. But as soon as we got there, honestly, my heart was just filled with so much joy to see our perfect little baby, who was weighing 11 ounces. You could see it in all its glory. Not that glory, we're not finding out the gender, so the lady who did the scan actually was amazing. Not once did she sort of say he or she, not once did she refer to anything, or we didn't see anything. To be honest, I don't think I would have known what I was looking for anyway, because you're just so intrigued by them showing you all parts of the body, because that's what your 20-week scan is. It's like the anatomy of the baby and checking that everything's growing properly. So they're checking the ribs, the kidneys, the heart, the lungs, the brain, everything. So, you know, they're really zooming in on certain parts, and it's just incredible. It was amazing. And I also found out at my 20-week scan that my placenta sits at the front of my tummy. So my placenta sits at the front of my tummy around here. So that is why I haven't been feeling much movement yet or at all, but that's perfectly normal. Everything is fine in that department. So let me show you some pictures anyway. I'll show you some of these ones first. So here is the little baby, look, literally melts my heart. So you can see this is the leg here, and that white part there is the femur bone, which is amazing. Then you can see the little ribs here, the skull, the arms. Honestly, our baby kept its arms up like this the whole time, did not want to put its arms down. Then on this one here, you can see more of the skull, and again the little arm. And this is my placenta along here, which baby was having a good punch at, I'm not gonna lie. We also had a picture of the spine, which is incredible, and she also got a gorgeous little picture here, if you can see, of the two little feet, which is amazing. I honestly cannot get over how much more developed little baby is now compared to the 12-week mark. Me and Dan were just in absolute awe of the whole thing. It was really emotional. It was more of a relief rather than emotional, if that makes sense. It was just like, oh my god, everything's okay, and it was all very exciting. And also at that appointment, I also had my whooping slash hooping, whatever you want to call it, cough jab. They were offering it at the maternity unit, so I got that done. The only other jab I have to have now is my flu jab, and then I'm pretty covered. So they give you these jabs to basically use your body to transfer it to baby, because when baby is first born, they're too small and tiny to have anything up until their 8-week injections. So it just means that your baby is covered through you up to those 8 weeks. So of course I was gonna get those done. So yeah, so that was the 19 weeks. It was very, very exciting. I will flash up a picture now of 19-week bump. And I'll just read a little bit about week 19 to you. Also, baby at week 19 was the size of a big tomato, which is crazy. 11 ounces, I mean, it's definitely growing, definitely growing. But it says here, your baby is putting on a bit of weight but still doesn't have much fat, so if you could see your baby now, it would look a bit wrinkled, although it will continue to put on weight for the rest of the pregnancy and will fill out by the birth. If your baby is a girl, her uterus and fallopian tubes are now in place. Girls are born with a finite number of eggs, whereas boys will be able to generate new sperm throughout their lives. Your next scan should be able to tell you whether you are having a girl or a boy, which we didn't find out. So moving on to 20 weeks. 20 weeks again has been a bit of an emotional roller coaster in regards of the sleep has definitely decreased. I am waking up around 4 or 5 times a night now, and it's driving me crazy, but I guess it's Mother's Nature's way of prepping your body for what is to come. I find I'm dreaming a lot, my mind is very overactive, and I'm just waking up a few times uncomfortable. I am surrounded by pillows, so one minute I'm really hot, then I'm cold. Poor Dan is probably battling with like a sumo wrestler, like honestly, he must get whacked with pillows numerous amounts of time throughout the night. But it's not affecting me in the day so much. I'm not feeling as exhausted during the day. It's just the nights I'm kind of like waking up a few times, but it's fine. I've also been really thirsty this week. Like the thirst has come on a lot again this week. I don't know if that's with the lack of sleep, but I'm just trying to drink loads and loads of fluids. I'm trying to drink loads of water. As also this week, my skin flared up again a little bit. I think you can see just around here. Just a few hormonal spots, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm drinking plenty of water to keep my skin hydrated, and I am also moisturising and cleansing twice a day, so fingers crossed that all happens. But also, before I go on to the mega positive, I'll just talk a little bit more about, I've been having this symptom now. It's going to happen in a minute. I just got to like, it's probably been happening for around 3 or 4 weeks, but it's only been sort of the end of last week and this week where it's really come in, where I just randomly gag, even just saying it. Like sometimes I find if I talk for too long or I go too long without a drink, I just feel this gag needed in my throat. It's not a feeling sick. I don't feel sick at all. I just need to gag. I need to like retch. I can't wear anything too high around my neck. This is kind of like the limit. Even this, sometimes I'm like pulling this around because again I start to gag, which I'm really gutted about because it's now the autumn, it's now fully in autumn, the winter is soon coming, and I love wearing turtlenecks, and I can't wear any at the moment because it's making me gag. Even jumpers that are too high, even scarves, unless they're just loosely round there, I can't wear them. It got so bad the other day that my hair, I recently had my hair cut, so it's not as bad now, but when my hair was a bit longer, it was like round here, and I was at work like just gagging at work because it was disgusting. I don't know what it is. It happens when I brush my teeth sometimes. The gag is just not great, and it's really unattractive, and it happens really randomly, so I do apologise if any of you ever see that, but that's just the way the body is at the moment. And I've also noticed my tummy is slightly lopsided. I feel like maybe where my placenta is on my right side, it's slightly lower than my left, and my belly button seems a little bit over. Really bizarre. But on to the positive of week 20. I have finally felt baby move, and it is the most incredible feeling. I think, so we had our scan on 19 plus 6. I think it was 20 weeks plus 1. It was Saturday night. The Friday night it was. So yeah, literally 20 weeks plus 1. I was watching a film at home, Dan was out, and I just felt this little like pop in my tummy, and then I kind of forgot about it because I thought maybe it was just wind, and then I ate an orange a little bit later and I felt it again, and I was like, no, that is baby. And then by a few days later I really knew it was baby's movements. I tend to feel them on an evening when I'm relaxing, because obviously during the day I'm on my feet all day, so I'm very active and don't tend to feel baby move because it's probably being rocked away and there's little water sac in there. So yeah, and now like it's definitely, they're getting stronger each day. It's definitely happening in the evening. Sometimes in the morning when I roll over in bed, I can feel the baby like give me a little pop, but it literally to me feels like bubbles, like little bubbles just like popping in your tummy. And that's why I probably thought for a long time it was like wind, but I definitely know now these are like little pops. And I sometimes even, I feel them more on the sides because of where my placenta's positioned, but sometimes I feel them right underneath my belly button, and they're like little thumps almost, they're getting stronger. So it's just so reassuring knowing that I can feel little baby move, and it's just lovely. Sometimes if I sit down randomly in the day, I can feel the baby, and I'm just like, oh, it's just, honestly, it just melts my heart. I know there's going to come a time where I'm being battered in the ribs and I'm going to be like, oh hell no. But at the moment, I am just obsessed with the feeling of the baby, and everything is just amazing. Baby at 20 weeks was the size of a banana. So that is crazy. A small banana, so it's, yeah, quite terrifying, quite terrifying. But I will read you about week 20 in the book. So it says you're halfway by now, which is unbelievable. Week 20, halfway through pregnancy. Like, it's only going to go lower from here, and that just blows my mind. By 20 weeks, your baby's skin is covered in a white, greasy substance called vernix. It's thought that this helps to protect the skin during the many weeks in the fluid. Your own skin may have developed a dark line down the middle of your tummy and chest. This is normal skin pigmentation as your tummy expands to accommodate, as your tummy expands to accommodate your growing bump. Normal hair loss slows down, so your hair may look thicker and shinier. Not gonna lie, my hair is not looking thicker and shinier. It's dry and my scalp is itchy still, so not looking great. But I definitely can say that I'm getting more pigmented veins across my boobs now where they're growing, and I am definitely getting more of a line coming down the tummy. But talking of the tummy, I will go and I will show you the bump now in person, and then I will show you a picture flashing up as well of it bare, because I can't show you it bare today. So let's have a little look. So this is the bump at the end of week 20. Really full now, really round. I am absolutely loving it. It's just really perked now, and I just feel really, really pregnant pretty much. It's really big. And I'm starting to fill out a little bit here, but I will show you some more pictures as well. So bump shot is amazing. So that's it for this week's video. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys are at the 20-week mark, 19-week mark, whatever mark you're at, leave me a comment below of when you first felt movements, how you felt at your scans, any symptoms. If any of you are suffering with the gag as well, please let me know in the comments below. But I'm feeling really positive and happy at the moment, and if you are trying to conceive, then I'm sending you all the baby dust in the world, and if you've just found out you're pregnant, then I wish you the best of luck on your new journey, because I am nervous as well, so don't panic about it. If you like this video, smash that thumbs up for me. Don't forget to hit subscribe before you go to keep updated with me and the growing bump and my little family life that will be soon here. And thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.